Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Nick, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you the 3 pros and 3 cons of entrepreneurship and self-employment. All right, welcome back. So in this video, like I said, I'm going to show you the 3 pros and 3 cons. I mean, there's many more than that, but I really want to focus on these 3 things because I think there are 3 really heavy-hitting pieces of information that can sway you either one way or the other. So without further ado, let's jump. Hey guys, have I told you about my new favorite app, Audible? It's available for Android and iOS. Right now, they've got a little deal going where you can get a 30-day free trial. And in that free trial, you'll get 2 free audiobooks of your choice. Coolest part is, at the end of it, if you decide not to stick with Audible, then you can cancel, but you get to keep your 2 free books. So if you want to sign up for this free 30-day trial and get 2 free audiobooks, all you got to do is click the link in the description or go to nicholaswoolsey.com/audible and sign up. Yeah, you should do it. It's pretty cool. Going to start off with the 3 pros because I want to sell you on the idea of entrepreneurship and self-employment. So we will start there. So the first pro that I have on my list is, number 1, you get to make your own schedule. Now this is kind of like, you have to take this with a grain of salt because you don't always get to make your own schedule. It's kind of like a general thing. You don't have to work a 9 to 5, 5 days a week or 6 days a week. On the other hand, oftentimes entrepreneurship and self-employment can be very, very time consuming. So I have a family friend who, this particular family owns a restaurant and they do very well at it. However, they are always, it seems like it, always at their restaurant because it requires so much time from them. So they are open from Tuesday through Saturday. They take Sunday and Monday off. But the days that they are there, they're there from like 8 or 9 a.m. all the way until midnight that night. And it's just constantly going. And, you know, they're able to cover for each other whenever they have to go take care of things outside of the restaurant and all that. But still pretty time consuming. So yeah, you can make your own schedule, but certain things dictate when you have to work. I'm a wedding photographer, and so Saturdays are generally booked up days. Like everyone else is off having fun on Saturday. I'm having fun also, but working. The number 2 pro, you have the potential to make way more money than you would at a day job. So what I mean by this is, obviously if you're a brain surgeon or you're one of the top lawyers in the country, you're making really good money. You may not want to give that up for entrepreneurship. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But if you're working an average job getting paid anywhere, minimum wage all the way to $25 an hour, you have the potential to make way more money doing self-employment and entrepreneurship. Once again, this has to be taken sort of with a grain of salt or with an understanding that you're not always going to make more money and it takes a lot of work to make more money. However, the sky's the limit sort of thing. You can go as high as you want to go. It all depends on how much work and time and effort you're willing to put into it. Pro number 3, your brain starts to work differently in seeing opportunities for more growth, more income, more business opportunity, whatever. For myself, when I used to work at a day job and I got paid $23 an hour working at a shipyard, and that was cool. The benefits were good and, it was all right, but I had to be there 9 to 5. And I was sort of like in this robot brain that so many people get stuck in that are working day jobs. So I would go to work, I'd work there, I'd come home, I'd play video games or go to sleep, and then I'd get up and go do the same thing the next day. And I never really thought about, what are some other opportunities to make money? Like, what other ways can I better myself? What other ways can I grow? And what else can you do? Because I was in that robot brain. Now that I'm self-employed, I'm always my mind is always saturated with new ideas on how I can improve and grow my money and grow my business and make a better life for my family. My brain is always thinking about these things nonstop, constantly. Even when I'm sleeping, I'll wake up with just an idea and I'll jot it down in my notebook. My brain is always working on something to better my life, to better my family's life, to better our income and our lifestyle. So those are my 3 pros. You get to make your own schedule. Mostly. You make more money, mostly, and your brain starts to work differently in seeing opportunities. And this is excellent. Let's go over the cons now. The first con, future is uncertain. This can be applied to even day jobs. I mean, like you see the McDonald's chain around the world is starting to remove the human element and replace it with computers and robots, right? So they now have like the ordering kiosk where you just go up, you type in your order, swipe the card, that sort of thing. You see it at the grocery store or like Walmart where you have self-checkout lanes. They're removing the employee and filling it with something else. So future is uncertain, even in those jobs, but especially so when you're an entrepreneur or self-employed. For myself, how does this apply to me? Well, like I said, I'm a wedding photographer. And so sometimes you're in a really heavy season of weddings and you got weddings pumping out, 2 weddings every weekend. And that's awesome because the money's flowing and the business is strong and it's grounded. And then you'll get to like this time, I don't know, for me, it's like January, February. It goes to a standstill. No one wants to get married in the freezing cold. No one wants their family portraits done in the freezing cold. No one wants to leave their house in the freezing cold. So January, February is like really, it's a dead time for me. And then also on top of that, you can't predict what the market is doing when it comes to other entrepreneurs coming in and flooding the market. Photography seems to be something that is so heavily saturated that you never know. Like 2016 might be a really good year. 2017 might be an even better year, but somehow like through the winter time, new photographers pop up and they're charging less or whatever. And this is just something I've seen. And then like 2018 or 2019 or whatever years down the road, like the business just drops off because there's an influx of new people coming in, right? That's something I've noticed. Future is uncertain. You don't know if you're going to get the jobs. You don't know what the competition is going to be like through the next hot season. It's uncertain. Income is at times uncertain. So this is something, I've had months where I'll make $10,000 in income, and all of that is profit. Like $10,000 profit is fantastic, but then you'll turn around and the next month is $2,000. And then the next month after that is $3,000. And then you're back up to a $10,000 month. And then you're down to like $1,000. I've literally been to a month where only $1,000 income can be uncertain. So just like the pros, you can make your own schedule, but the future is not really certain. And you can make a lot more money, but the income is actually very uncertain. I'm making these YouTube videos, and part of my long-term mission is to be a full-time YouTuber. I am going to be a full-time YouTuber. And what happened recently? I was monetized. I wasn't actually making much money from YouTube, but I was monetized and ads were running and I was pretty pumped. And then out of nowhere, like a punch in the gut, YouTube demonetized all the smaller channels. And so it set me back. Future is uncertain, income is uncertain, and now we're pushing ahead, trying to hit that 1,000 subs minimum and trying to get the 4,000 hours of watch time on our channel in the last year. And so pushing, but who knows what's going to happen when we get to that point. We might get to that point and YouTube realize wow, we set the bar way too low. Let's move it again. Future is uncertain. Income is uncertain. And con number 3 is something that I've always weighed heavily before I make a move entrepreneurially. And that is that you have to pay your own benefits and your own retirement. There's no 401k plan in this. There's no health and dental and all of this. Everything comes out of your own pocket. So that's something that you really have to consider and think, is this worth what I'm doing? At a day job where you're making $20 an hour, that's good. But if it's full time and you're getting benefits and retirement and they're matching 4 to 6% on your 401k, that's really good too. So you're not actually getting $20 an hour. You're not actually making $40,000 a year. You're actually making closer to 60 grand a year. You're just not seeing some of that because it's going into your 401k and your benefits and health and dental and vision and all that. So those are the 3 pros and 3 cons that I have for you today. Guys, I hope this video helped you. I bring videos like this as well as vlog style videos every week. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Also, if this video helped you, hit that thumbs up button. And if you have any comments or questions, or maybe you have a pro or con that didn't make this list, but you think it's worthy to note, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.